Okay. 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 Hello. Hi, you guys. How are you? Just take a deep breath here. Yes, the world is going crazy. But the eclipses and the charts are showing that that would be the case. Okay, so welcome to Quiet Like the Forest, formerly Queen's Tarot. My name is Regina. Today is September 10th. And I had been planning to go live tomorrow, but then with today's events, I was like, we're just going to go live because there's so much I wanted to look at anyway. And now there is that much more to look at. And Godspeed to Charlie. He is fine. His family and those who loved him, Godspeed to you guys. Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird. Let me say hello to you guys, okay? Because I got to get my brain going. Hi, Just Joy and fellow forest dwellers. Yes, indeed, the world has gone crazy. Hi, Caroline. Yes, lovely to be in our safe bubble. Yes, that's exactly how it feels. Zane, oh snap, I had a feeling I was going to go to live tonight. Between the eclipse and the 999 portal, this energy is off the charts nuts. And it's going to get crazier, you guys, into like the 20, what day is today? Into this weekend and Monday. Antoinette's granddaughter. Yeah, the world has gone crazy. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Lisa. Is it me or does this green have an odd symbol? I don't know. Hi, Lark. Anyone know if the person got caught? I heard that they were in custody. I saw a thing where that person was located on the roof. How in the world did that person get access? Because they would need to know when it was happening, where it was happening, how to get into place and talk about a sharpshooter, And it's like, if we had a psychic, maybe we could ask these questions to get them answered. Oh, my brain is going crazy today. Hi, Charlie C. Hi, Teresa. Mindy, curious if the Don planned. You guys, there's something peculiar about this event and the energy surrounding it. This was not lone wolf. Maybe he's supposed to look like a lone wolf, but I keep getting he's part of a group, almost not a political action committee, but something like that has a decisive focus. But it's bigger than this. This is a weird one with all the mass events we've had. This one feels different. Really different. We'll get into that later. Hi, Cynthia. And Just Joy. Yes, Just Joy, you call it karma. The setup right now is very, very karmic. It seems like a lot of things have exploded onto the scene, but in actuality, it picked up from last March and then last fall. They were set off. These things were set off. They were in motion. They were being planned. Lark. Had a thought last night. Something bang bang was going to happen to distract it. Always says, yeah. Because remember during his first term, when he would get in over his skis, he would get into hot water, something big would happen. And he would have the help of KJU going cuckoo again and launching missiles. It got to a point where everybody was expecting him to do something. I mean, it got to the point where it was clear as day. And there sure is an awful lot of energy going on and shuffling around. And it feels like something has had enough of this in Don Julio. Oh, I didn't, wait, did I see that? Charlie, where did you write that? Yeah, it's fishy. Sage of Fire. Sure does sound suspicious, doesn't it? A week after he demanded release of the papers, we have this happen. Hi, Paisley. Hi, Free Spirit and Gretchen. Hey, Kay. Denise. KL. Feeling very on edge, like it's all about to blow up. Yeah, I have not been able to sleep the last 2 nights at all. Finally, I got a really good night of sleep last night, but this energy is really like at a high pace right now. Mindy, Rob D, Electra. Hello, Alive. Yep. Hi, Mary. I'm afraid not. The day before her birthday. Hi, T-Barb. How are you? I miss you. I missed it. Khaleesi from Durango, Colorado. No, they released the person that they detained. Oh, the person is still on the loose. Oh, my goodness. T-Bar, it feels like the ear fiasco. In a way, yeah. Did I get you all? Hi, Nancy Lee. Hi, Brenda. Brenda made it. Okay. So as I welcome, and so I think last week or the week before I had mentioned there are some things I'm like working through in the background. I was finally am getting physical therapy to work on my vertigo and my vestibular system because, like I said, I don't know if it's menopause or not, but it's like a lot of my head injury symptoms have come on full force. Like it feels like at times I'm like in the first year, second year of my recovery instead of like 15 years. It's been really bizarre. So I've been feeling through this stuff, and that's kind of why I was hesitating to go. Well, I had a huge migraine the other day. In fact, the eclipse we had on Sunday, I woke up with such a weird migraine. The way my brain was throbbing, it was like on my forehead, but then it looked like florets of cauliflower just kind of poo, 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 like getting bigger and like they wanted to go on a dance floor. I don't know. It is very strange. And as soon as the eclipse was over, it separated the full moon. My headache went away. But since I'm reworking my vestibular system, it's like I can handle so much more and not be dizzy and really have good stamina. But then I have vertigo, like showing up in places I never had it before. You know, like waking up and getting out of bed. It never bothered me, and I've been having that. But anyway, enough about that. Okay, so what is this, Ian? If the gods are real and they want to gauge how we react to the big eventuality, this is a way of testing the oven temp. Oh, that is interesting. Hi, Juno. Okay, so you know what? Let's talk about this lunar eclipse we had over the weekend. Still, again, there was just so much going on. I was trying to keep up with it. It was really difficult. I will tell you, this lunar eclipse, the way it was set up, I know this is just all marked up. My sense was, because of where it's located, the sun represents a leader, conjunct the south node. A leader releasing something, and we've got Mercury next to it, like in Virgo, so like something that's been really well thought out. But in the USA chart and at the lunar eclipse, this was in the 9th house of lands far away. And the thing that kept coming to me was, what is being unleashed by world leaders that is going to be in opposition to the people and where the people wanted to go? And then where all this was located down here in this 3rd house, I felt like there was a ton of suppression of news surrounding this. And there certainly is. You know, we had yesterday Putz and the drones in going over Poland. Don Julio, you know, we're just going to go out to dinner. Went at the time, I don't know if it was at the exact time, but just kind of wigged out and was like, I'm going out to dinner in public. That's, let's ask that. Because I swear he knew, because Bibi did that thing in the morning about in Qatar, and then that happened, and then Don Julio goes out to dinner. Like, it felt like it was a cover-up for all those events, which felt like it was a cover-up for the birthday book being released. But first, let's just look at, this is my pendulum, my ring. It's my mother's ring, actually, that I use to ask yes/no questions. So, going back to yesterday. So, Donald went out to dinner in public. And, you know, maybe they don't need the National Guard anymore. Maybe they should send them to Utah. I don't know. But he went to dinner, and his timing seemed to be related to PUTS drones in Poland, okay? So I want to know, did Donald specifically choose that time so the media would be distracted to him instead of what was going on in Europe? Did he pick that time on purpose? Yes. Was Don Julio freaked out by CodePlNK showing up in his face? Gosh, did he look scared? Was Don Julio freaked out about CodePlNK in his face? Was Don Julio freaked out about CodePlNK in his face? Was he, oh gosh, I feel like I'm swaying. Yes, he was freaked out. His body seemed to like freeze up, like it was too much for him. Okay, so if he went to that because he didn't want anyone to see what the Russia was doing, did Bibi launch rockets into, where is it, Qatar, so that it was timed with the release of the birthday book? Did he release the rockets into Qatar to be timed with the birthday book? Yes, it's all connected. Okay, hey, is Donald is so happy that the birthday book is out. He is so happy that the birthday book is out. Okay, there's a no. I had to get a no in there somewhere. Okay, so these things are connected. We've been through this before. We know how he does these things. We know how he reacts, okay? Oh, Electra, isn't CodePlNK Russia? I did not know. Oh, you know what? Maybe during the, I haven't seen them in so long. Oh boy. How about if I say Russia slash dark money dictator backed? Okay. Is CodePlNK backed by Russia dark money dictator money? Oh my gosh. Does CodePlNK know that they're backed by dark money? Wow. They just think it's from donors, correct? They just think it's from donors, correct? Yep. Oh, that is interesting. I got the sense that maybe higher up people kind of knew or didn't want to know. Oh boy. Let's just get Donald's reaction. I just want to look at his reaction a little bit more because I didn't get to do that, but his body, like, did you notice he was standing, all of a sudden he's standing up against that wall? Like straight, like he was using it to brace himself. Okay, show me. I want to see Donald up against that wall. This is him. CodePlNK yelling at him. Oh boy, this seems like this is way up higher, and it's like, blab. Well, it was yelling this at him. and yelling this at him. Ooh, this one wants to be seen. And he just feels like small, like save me. What's his challenge here with all this? Because he seems freaked out. It's like he wants a shield. He wants to be protected. He wasn't expecting this from the public. That's the shield. Fool. How about that? The Fool decided to go out to dinner. This is the planet Uranus. So this was a shock. This was a shock that this happened. He wasn't expecting it. So we have him all of a sudden up against the wall. 8 of Wands reversed. Because it was coming in so fast, there was all he could do to slow down, take it all in, what's going on, and just kind of, I feel like it's like rewiring or rebooting. He is just so shocked by this. His challenge, the King of Swords, like he can't talk back to them because there's cameras in front of him. So he just has to smile that goofy smile, and he just has to keep his mouth shut and hope that someone else is going to save him. So he's very much on defense. Usually he's the one on the attack and blah, blah, blah. In here, he has to be quiet. It is very uncomfortable for him. This is his shield. The Queen of Swords. He needs something to shield him from those women. So like he's holding up the shield, hoping that it'll like keep them at bay. Because there's so much on attack. So this is CdePlNK. Oh, the Six of Pentacles. What is going on with the Six of Pentacles? I did not expect to see this, but free DC, free Pala. I don't want my thing to okay. It's like the message that they have that they just want to get out there. What they're chanting. This was thought out. It has staying power. And it's coming at him like this, the Three of Swords, your treason. It's coming like this, the Knight of Pentacles. What? Coming at him. He might know that they are, that's what it is. He might know that they are sponsored by dark money, and he's a little bit taken back because why would this organization kind of turn on him and let him be so exposed? The Six of Cups from the past. The sixes are also middle men, like completing a task. So it's like if this was started here in the U.S., because cups are Americans, someone planned it, thought it out, and now the middlemen, 4, 5, 6, they have completed it. So they have completed what they've set out to do. Isn't that interesting? Zane, I don't like that it's anti-Ukrainian sub. Are you serious? They are anti. Holy crap! I don't like that. Okay, so I think Don Julio was taken back because he knows, like, that, for example, they're anti-Ukraine sovereignty. Is CdePlNK anti-Ukrainian sovereignty? Are they anti-sovereignty? Are they? Jeez. I was expecting that to go no. But then all of a sudden it whipped into yes, which is like, they don't want people to know that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. Just Joy, they called him the H word. I couldn't believe it. They called him the H word. 9, time for change. His security detail acted very weird last night when the protesters were there. They did. Like, shouldn't they have, like, attacked them? You know, like, if they're, you know, if ICE is going to go and tackle people that, you know, I'm thinking about Senator from California, they're going to go, why don't they tackle them? I mean, what was up with security? Didn't expect this. And the plan, Did Donald have enough security at the restaurant last night? Did he have enough security detail at the restaurant last night? Oh my gosh, that's a no. Did someone plan for him not to have enough detail? Did someone accidentally on purpose plan for him to not have his security detail? Oh my gosh. Did the cabinet members there, were they upset by this event by CdePlNK? I mean, beyond just the shock of it, but I mean, were they really upset that this happened? Were they really upset that this happened? Nope. And you know what? I saw like that they showed JD and he was smiling, beaming. Like he was like being nice to them and smiling, like he is just in a different world. Is JD excited about all these problems Don Julio's having? Is he excited? Because he sure seems like it. Yeah, things couldn't go better for him. It's also pro red flag country? Holy crap. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So that energy, let's map this out. Let's map, because something from today. You know, I put this up here so to help with the glare. So we have the CP event code last night. Then we have the CK. Ugh, I feel so sick by that. So we have CK happen. It's like the money surrounding and energy around him, it's like it feels the same. What here is the same as that? And what here is the same as that? This almost looks like hockey sticks, afraid not. I'm so ready for hockey. So that funding them crisscrosses and is the same. This energy, the blind spot for him, that triggered that. What is that? Because I feel that. What's that energy? Those people that feels organized group. Oh, this energy feels like it's like right over here. I don't know why. It's like they got their back. Like, don't look at me. I'm not with them. And this is the blind spot. The heart of the matter. Okay. Here we go. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Who was he having dinner with? It was with his cabinet. That's all. Like, they wanted to discuss things. You know, distract the media, because I know they had to get their act together because everything is moving so quickly. I don't think it was about this. Some of them weren't surprised this happened. Okay, so I want to know. what's at the heart of the matter here? That these two share in common on the actions of the last 24 hours. Oh my gosh, that's that moon card. What do I say about this? It's the red flag country. That, look at these moons. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of the vision I had. I can't forget that. Shark. Okay. When red flag country always benefits from whatever is going on, they always benefit. So the moon, these moons, we had an eclipse, but it's like they've been up to this for so long. And oh my gosh, this is another thing that needed to be covered up. Last week at the end of the week, did you guys see this about the hack that was announced, of course, at the end of the week? That the red flag country is in our military. They have data on every single American for surveillance, etc., as well as that of 80 other countries. Is anyone surprised by it? I'm not surprised, but that was huge news at the end of the week. So we have this. Here's the heart of the matter. I'm saying red flag country. What is the hack doing related to all this? Oh my gosh. So this is the Libra card. It is balance. It is, when I see this card with these guys, it is taking information to another. Something happens, I need more information to balance out the masses and what they're doing so I can have the upper hand. It also is the money that's going back and forth. It's the smuggling, it's the traffic, blah, blah, blah. It's everything that goes back and forth. And in Libra, they feel justified in doing this, and they kind of follow the rules, but they also have their own rules. But this hack, it goes back and forth with this. Jeez. Code P is, oh my gosh, Charlie. I just feel like I just want to say I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. This is the event, his blind spot. And this is over here. Lunar eclipse. It is time. Lunar eclipse, the people. You know, this eclipse, the path of the moon was on the other side of the world. So here in North America, South America, we couldn't see it. I think like 85% of the world's population could see it. We could not see it because we were facing exactly the sun. So it was like, I was wondering whatever was going on the other side of the earth, because it's going to come back to us. Like whatever's being illuminated over there is coming to the forefront, to the sunlight for us to see. Okay. This is his blind spot. Oh my gosh. So the water element, oh my gosh. So these are like plans. I get mostly that it's like Americans because our nation has two coasts. You know, we're surrounded by water, and it's emotional, and it's kind of like the emotions on the ground. But his blind spot here are the emotions, whatever has been percolating behind the scenes. This Pisces card, I believe, like this is my RRR card. Russia, Rubio, and Riyadh. Okay? And this is like the secret that they use, oh my gosh, for planning events, shocking things. It's a specific group of people. It's a specific group of nations. If you want to think of the planet Pluto, Pluto represents a small group of people controlling everything. Is it because Charlie... Okay, I need a clarification. Okay, so this card representing Charlie, what he symbolizes. Let's just say, call it like an ambush. Was it, what did that happen because, did that happen because he's part of the Donald camp? Did that happen because he's part of the Donald camp? Did that happen because he's part of the Donald camp? No, not because he was part of the Donald camp. Did that happen because of this transnational thing by red flag country terrorizing USA and dividing? Was he targeted by red flag country to further divide USA and terrorize us? Was he picked because of red flag country? I'm getting that this was also sending a message to Donald. It was sending a message to everybody. They've got people on the ground there to carry this out. Now, Grand Trine Blessings, this card, I usually pick up like where things flow, where messaging flows and you have the power and you have the upper hand. When you're working with others to create something, it's just everything's in the flow. You have the momentum, you have the leverage. I also see this like if Don Holio's working with the rusher to plan something. That is code P. They don't want this related to that Saturn return age. Here we go again. We're back to Don Julio in office again. So I also wanted to know what is it here? You know, like all this stuff in the background also shares over there. What shares over there? You know what I mean? What is shared over there? Okay, this feels like a mirror image. And then what comes up here, can you see that, Libra, now? How it keeps things in balance to maintain control. The Two of Swords. Divide and conquer. Split off. Partition off. There's that eclipse moon. The Two of Swords. The Four of Swords. This is the idea to sever, separate, going on to a higher degree with these plants to come into contained places and lay low. Okay? The Nine of Swords. Holy crap. The Nine of Swords. The terror. The absolute terror. So, but what they share is what's coming up from Charlie that also shares that. The King of Pentacles, how it's funded. The King of Wands, the leadership for this. And the Six of Swords, how they transmit that everywhere to have the upper hand. And things just kind of smooth out and work in their favor. And how does the energy over here? We have the Chariot reverse, things in ruins, ruining stuff, ruining momentum, ruining whatever was going forth to stop it, make it crumble. The Eight of Pentacles, these influence ops, they've been at this for a long time. They know exactly how to carry these out. The Ace of Swords, that's an op that falls onto someone. Remember, Don Julio was scared about that. So this is all related. it's all related. I don't know if you guys saw that I posted an article. It was called The Internet Hack. It was this long, I want to say like 80-page PDF on how certain nations are using software to export surveillance and control. And a lot of it went back to red flag country. I didn't get to read it. I haven't been able to read anything. So let me check in. How are you guys doing? Electra, China's going to have a huge crash. Yeah, because they are with Pluto right now. They're going through the configuration that the United States went through for 9/11. They cannot get past it. It is there. We've watched Pluto since it's been bumping back and forth in that same position, having problems with housing, having problems with getting stimulus money. It just isn't working. So it just isn't working out for them. Okay. The economy of these countries are in the can, so they can only get crazier because of commotions. Right, and they depend on the United States as Don Julio is killing everything. I think it's so they can just loot the government and leave us in ruins. You know, shark. I have to go back. It is like the Steele dossier was right, because primarily what that was about was isolating the United States, cutting her off from her allies, denigrating the United States, and killing the dollar. They wanted a new currency. Okay? So it's like it's all happening. Okay, so I have to tell you this shark thing. Why did this come up? Let me look at my notes real quick. I need some water. Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember last time I said this lunar eclipse was at the second decant of Pisces? And it was death to someone great and illustrious. That would be CK if Don Julio is going to be having flags at half staff. There was in California, there was like a union leader, very prominent for decades, passed away like I think the day after the eclipse or something. But what I read on him very much fit this. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys. Yeah, the new currency will not last like that. Okay, I need to go back. I'm scrolling back to look at some of your stuff. Okay. Electra, I'm surprised you guys didn't know about CdePlNK. You know what? I totally forgot about it. They've been like out of sight for several years, it seems. Sue-Ann made it. They're not pro-U. That is so interesting. Okay, yes, they're going to have a big crash, blah, 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 blah. So China is having a Pluto square transit. That's a lot of energetic pressure. Actually, Pluto, they're having that, but Pluto is also just dropped on their ascendant. The position of Pluto on 9/11 was conjunct the United States ascendant of, I believe, 12 degrees Sagittarius, and had USA Saturn exactly conjunct the ascendant. And you know who's sun here? Now I'm going off in another direction. On 9/11, this is USA Saturn. You know whose sun is 14 Libra. That's putz. It's like he has a grip on our scales of justice, SCOTUS, and our laws. It's like I just feel once he's gone, it's like our laws and our rules are going to get some relief. But it's like this planet in the USA chart is also intercepted in the 10th house. It can't do anything until something comes along and talks to it inside, and then that thing leaves. It's really can't do a whole lot. Now, our Pluto return helped free Saturn in that regard, so we were able to move. But this guy has such a grip on it, and he funded it. Let's ask. I have not asked you this, Ring. Tomorrow is the anniversary of 9/11. Was putz behind the funding and planning of 9/11? Was putz behind the funding and planning of 9/11? Oh my gosh. Did Rudy know? Did Rudy know? Did Rudy know? They wrote out a contract for Manafort Construction Brothers for cleanup downtown New York before it even happened. So, yeah, this is the guy that's been at war against USA for how many years? We're so done with him. Okay. So let me go back here. I want to tell you the shark story because everything is so awful happening. Okay, this relates to, is anybody watching the series on Apple TV, Chief of War? It's on Friday nights. I think they've had 7 episodes. I love it. It has to do with, Hawaiian history, the late 1700s, and how a king unified the islands. But all the islands and kings were always at war with each other. But they always had a chief of war, a guy who made the plans to carry it out. JASONMOMOA, he's super duper handsome, Hawaiian background. He's the lead character because he is a chief of war. And I think it's going to be that he helps the king, Kamehameha, that eventually, spoiler alert, unifies the islands. Because that's what he did. So, having said that, I need to get a card. Because this vision came. So this shark. Okay, let me tell you what the vision. I'll tell you the beginning of the first episode. What happens is you see Hawaiians on an outrigger canoe. And there's probably like only 10 people on this canoe. One, two, three, four, 5. And it's like a double hulled canoe. Okay, I am no Cash Peters, you guys. I'm just giving you some context. So JASONMOMOA is here, and he's searching the water. He's looking the waters. You can see the mountains in the background. And you're just like, what are they looking for? And all of a sudden, you see it come up underneath the boat. I'm sorry, that looks like goldfish. But anyway, it comes and he spots, he's like, hey, it's there. And so they like take down the sail. He's getting ready. He's got a big piece of fish that he ties a piece of rope around. And he's got some, I don't know if this is how it was called or this, but it's a root of a plant. And he tells everyone on the boat, hey, throw your awa in the water because it sedates the shark. So he then gets his rope over his shoulder, dives into the water, and you can see him underwater, and then you can see him looking out at the horizon, like left and right underwater. You don't see anything. But then all of a sudden, boom, there's a great white, and now it comes into view, and it's looking at him like going to attack. And he gets his noose and somehow, like a lasso, gets it around his head. So he's trying to hang on to this shark, this great white. He's hanging on with his hands on that dorsal fin, and he's just swimming with him. They have a angle of it where he actually surfaces holding the shark's fin, and everyone there just kind of freaks out. Well, he tells them, put more root in the water, and then they give him a bowl, and then Momoa's character Kayana takes that owl root, and you can see him, he just keeps spreading it into the gills of the shark. The next scene, obviously, they take him in, and and they say a prayer about the shark and giving thanks and all that. Well, then the next scene, they're walking on the beach, and you can tell in their bowls that they're carrying, they have shark meat. Because it was not uncommon back then for people to be seeing the Hawaiians, like the traders coming along, to see Hawaiians like riding sharks, supposedly. And I would say that's true, given everything. Oh my gosh, this is just a crazy thing. So anyway, so that's the story. So last week, back up, there was that hack from the red flag country. And while I'm like reading this article and thinking of it, all of a sudden I see a shark underwater coming at me. How perfect is that? Because this eclipse was in the water. There's Saturn and Neptune, the murky, cloudy haze you can't see. Saturn, there's death in the water. So it's like I see the shark coming at me, reading that thing about the hack. And then I'm like feeling the United States react to it. And it was like they sedated the shark and did this. So I was thinking that the shark I just got another yes, represented red flag country. And then I could feel Biden and Millie waiting underwater for their plan. And they successfully sedate that shark and kill it. Isn't this a good story? Hi, Beverly. Yes. Just joy Jason Momoa makes me feel. Isn't he so handsome? He is married to, what's her name? She was on the Cosby Show. Why am I drawing a blank on her name? She's beautiful. They have a bunch of kids together. Hi, Rosemary. Okay, so let's look at this. Death, transitions, endings, changes. I'm going to ask the ring. The ring, is the shark a good analogy for what red flag country is doing or did with the hack? Is the shark analogy a good example of that hack? Okay, yes. Red flag country did not hack the United States or any other country. Red flag country did not hack USA or other countries. I gotta know, and are you serious? Why are you wasting my time? Okay, so this is the shark coming at us. Jupiter returns benefits. Jupiter put something out there, is expecting some big thing in return, which is so Don Julio, the way that he sets all this stuff up. They're expecting a payoff. This is about this. The sun, the big reveal that is coming into focus. Just like that chart, I just felt like so much stuff was happening overseas that was coming to the surface that was going to be suppressed or we couldn't see it. So red flag country, the Queen of Swords. Queens are nations. The Swords is a hack. The Justice card. In the past, the Justice. We've broken in before. We know how this works. The King of Pentacles. We are going to extract some data. And that's the hope, the star. We want all that stuff we want to get. I feel like I need another card, another deck. I need, do I have another one? I need one that talks. Okay. Now, this is us, the United States, expecting that shark, and we got a plan on what we're going to do. Oh, Virgo, analyze. So Virgo often for me comes up for public servants. You know, I just got general military, those who truly give in service through altruism and compassion. It's the ultimate servant. So they're expecting this. And also, in the USA chart, Virgo is in that 9th house of lands far away, higher thinking, bigger plans. And so look at the 8 of Wands. It's coming in fast. They're expecting this. They are absolutely expecting this. Zane, there was sheer dismissal and outright stand down with the copious amounts of the intel the FBI had on the hijack 9/11. Don't forget, yes, there was a lot of information. I don't know who Larry is. I at some point, Zane, I will look at that. Oh, they're not married anymore. Lisa Bonet, they're not married anymore? Did he get too famous? Too handsome? You guys, he is like in a thong all the time. All the guys are. And you can see all of his tattoos, but I digress. It's so good. So, just a second. Coco. You guys, I know. I'm saying hi. I know. Where did you go somewhere? Okay. I know. I'm sorry. I got to say hi to them. Hi, Maui. Okay, sit down. Are you going to sit down? She has never done that. Just barked outside my door. Anyway. We're ready. Because what happened? We are ready. Ooh, the 10 of Swords. Remember the swords hacking? The 10 of Swords. They were anticipating this and planned for every single thing to defend and protect. It's like they got it all on how they do it and how they were planning. So here's the world. This thing is going on the world. Around the world, and this is the final step. We know they're in and what they're going to do. Past 4 of Swords reversed. Okay, so 4 of Swords, when we're looking at hacking, this is, like if there's a microchip or a USB, but it's also malware, surveillanceware. When it's implanted, it's like this. So they're watching for this hack. The King of Swords is leading this. They're expecting it. The Ace of Cups. Oh, you guys. Do you remember under Queen's Tarot when Don Julio was in the Oval with Lavrov and whatever big guy? This was the mission. The Ace of Cups. They were bringing something to Don Julio. Don Julio was... This is totally connected. Here goes my throat. To whatever Don Julio has set up and left us vulnerable. But they knew that, well, because remember, when Biden took office, like there was the solar winds hack, there was this, that. They could go and reverse engineer everything that was going on and then watching Don Julio, so they knew. And so they're the shark, here, we sedate the shark, chop it up in a little bunch of pieces for the United States. Ooh. Moon void, of course. What is this? This is a sudden shocking thing, unexpected. It could be like a terror event. It could be a mass event. But I'm feeling that we did that. Who's that? They're shocked. Whatever the United States did, they did not. What does this represent? What did the United States do that caught them off guard? And it's dead. Remember, the shark is dead. Chopped up in little parts. I wonder if it means we're gonna find out how they do these lone wolf things, or, hacks, or things just suddenly go right for Don Julio, even though he just always fails upward. Okay, so the United States. This was the shock for the China Na. The Seven of Cups, it's disguise. They can't see what's been set up. And there's all these trap doors where their hackers are trying to get into and take stuff, but we're ready. The High Priestess. So, we know what you're doing. We're hiding behind this because we killed the shark. We were expecting the hacker, the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. I think it's because related to terror events. Because remember earlier, the reading I did was showing up as the events. There goes my throat. Oh boy, is that dry. So the United States did this. The Death card. We are done with you. We chopped you up. You are done. Holy crap. The Sun, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Okay, so we're done with this. We see you, what you're hacking. We're ready for you, but they were surprised by the USA doing this to capture what they were doing, because these guys got set up with trap doors, like the Eight of Cups. If they were leaving, it's almost like they don't know what they have. And the Nine of Cups doesn't really leave them much richer at all. And I think we're able to see the Americans that kind of helped set up this whole thing too. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? Can you believe that? How are you guys doing? Debsy's here for the rest of the party. Glad that you're here. I'm afraid not. When I was working, the country that did the most hacking against you was I can totally see that. With that Pegasus spyware, Harvey Weinstein in that book, Catch and Kill, describes all of that and all the ISR contacts that he had in New York, and even like with the mob, to, track him, surveil him, and intimidate him. So I think Don Julio, when he's like threatening people, he's got not Americans knocking on his door. They are thugsters from other nations. ISR nation, they're totally in on all this stuff because they also conveniently act out in certain ways that help Don Julio. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, what's going on here? Ooh. Let's take a 3-minute break. I just did not expect to go on that hit. So we're going to take a 3-minute break, and I'm going to figure out what else I'm supposed to tell you. I thought I was supposed to tell you a lot more, but this has come together nicely. Okay, just a second. Here it is. Oh, good girl. They're sitting under my desk like good puppies. Okay, here we go. 3-minute break. Oh, I know what we're going to talk about. Whoops. Okay. So, let's put this over here. How are you guys doing? Oh, Leela, thank you. Queen has a unique capacity to bring all together with sunlight, clarity, and intuition. Thank you very much. I appreciate that because I don't want any more wrinkles. And I know, when you focus on the positive, I don't want to go down that negative, we illuminate it that much more, and there are always nuggets out there to grasp. Marie, who killed the shark and protected them from hacking? The United States was laying low. I kept seeing like Biden and then Millie type of people with their plan just laying low. And like in that first opening scene with Chief of War, they were able to subdue the shark. Massive, massive shark. Think about how big Jason Momoa is. And this thing was like twice as big as him. Of course it would be, but it was just wow. It's a really incredible opening scene. The most jaw-dropping analysis I could expect. Thank you. Don Julio doesn't have friends. He has accomplices. Yes, because his friends are deals to be made. Antoinette, I'm glad Biden was our president. Me too. So glad. And I pre-ordered the audiobook, Kamala's audiobook, 107 days. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh my goodness, thank you. Who did this? Oh, thank you, Antoinette's granddaughter. I really appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, you know what? All countries fine. Yeah, it's to that point. I'm afraid not. Every country hacks other countries. Yep. I totally agree with that. Oh, wow. I wonder if they'd get divorced. Okay, so. Paisley Yum. Thinking about how big Jason Momoa is. Yes. Okay. I'm putting this here so I don't forget. I'm going to pull a card here. I got this Oracle deck because I was feeling like all the changes on our planet, I mean, it's an absolute shift that just is reverberating through our galaxy because it's basically 2020 and everything that it did. I just feel like there are multiple guides, like we have our guides and angels, but I just keep feeling like there's bigger, more prominent, ancient guides. So we are going to grab. I love this. I don't even know how to say this one. Okay, I'm going to leave this upside down. It's that card. I'm going to leave it there. Make sure I get to it. Because I want to talk about this other thing. He cheated on her. Oh. Yeah, they all kind of do, but he's still nice to look at, though. He's very easy on the eyes. Where does this go? Okay, this goes back to Epps. Now, what was it about Epps? Those five. Why? It was just so prominent. Oh, I know what it was. Okay. This is one thing that this lunar eclipse is triggering. Nope, that's not it. Not those notes. Okay, it's so as we get to the sun, 21 to 24, today the sun is it, wait, what? The sun, I thought it was like 18, well, just a second, I'm sorry. The sun today, because, yes, today the sun is 18 Virgo. So when the sun, in like 3 to like 6 days, this this, you think things are shaking out now? This period is going to be bonkers. That is interesting. Because these degrees are exactly, oh my gosh. These degrees are exactly opposite of where the Sun and Saturn were back on March 14th. They were, I think, at 22 and 23 degrees Virgo Pisces. You have the moon. Nope, that was the Sun. This is the full moon. And these degrees exactly put Don Julio in a grand cross. So if he is a, where's his, well, we're just going to put his moon here and his sun here. Oh no, they go up and down. That's why that looked like that. Okay, got it. We're going to put his sun here, his moon down here. This was a full moon eclipse in Virgo, and the sun was over here in Pisces. So look at this grand cross. This is an eclipse click coming up here in like 3 to 5 days. And this eclipse on the 14th, this is the one that pinned Don Julio down. It's like the point of no return. He is pinned down. And this eclipse came and was about endings. Revealing a lot of things, but endings. It's like that is it. That is it. I do not know how he gets through the rest of the year. But anyway, I digress. But a lot of things were happening then. The other thing, so this also, that eclipse, okay, this was the moon in Virgo. So this is on March 14th. Well, it also activated USA Pluto return because the USA Neptune is 22 degrees Virgo. That's where the white supremacists hang out. When we had our Pluto return, Neptune was at 22 Pisces, exactly opposite each other, which like bursts that bubble. Yes, they've all come out, but it's like now they don't have the power and leverage that they've always had. So this is what else this eclipse was tagged to. But the other thing that is so super duper interesting, I don't know if you guys remember this from last spring, but this eclipse, can you see this? September, I think this was the lunar eclipse in September 2008 that triggered the recession, the Lehman Brothers collapse. I was wondering all this time, I know that our economy is struggling, but I'm like, this is so prominent. What's going to happen with this? And you know what's happened with this? Oh my gosh, there's more. This is all the Epps era. The people that were financing him, the people who needed to invest in him around the world, the big businesses, this opens that all up. And what are we dealing with right now? This birthday book, all the people who are exposed, and Putz and ISR country, all of them, they're all in there. There goes my throat. This is why it's so hard to deal with. Everybody is related to that who has a lot of money. So it's not only Don Julio people here on the ground trying to run interference. No, this is going up against other hostile foreign states trying to contain all this. And now they're trying to shoot stuff off with NATO, with the Poland, with Israel and Hamas, and la 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 la, in Charlie and CodePlNK. It's all the same things. You guys get that? According to the Gas Bears, no longer at NYU, flunked out. Of course he did. Okay, I need some water. What else do we have here? In recession now, yeah, that's happening. It's coming. We know it. They're trying to hide it, but all the signals are there, and it's like this redo again. But not just the United States, it is going to affect the entire globe, because going back to USA Pluto return when she was born, that was in Capricorn. United States was reborn in 2022, just days before Putz invaded. It was about the change. No, we already had the change in world government and structure in 2020. This is where like all these far right Nazis are coming from. They're going to be gone. But when the United States was born, Pluto was 27 degrees Capricorn. We were in the Revolutionary War. I think that ended like 7 years later. So we are repeating this, that we're kind of caught in this limbo. We've got this guy who thinks he's king, and he is deporting people. Just ugly, 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 ugly. So it's like we're going through that again. But as USA went through her first 248 years or so and came back to this point where she was reborn, she had the leading world's economy. So when the United States went through her Pluto return, every single financial relationship or agreement we had with any country got Pluto return. Everything changed. And so this absolutely is affecting the world economies and the decisions that people are making. These guys, 2020, thought they were going to go far right white supremacists, but then 2022 comes and the United States says, okay, just a minute, we have some things to do here. And this is why, in my humble opinion, Putz is losing that war. This clobbered him. I keep saying if he had gone to war like 3-4 days ahead of time, he might have been able to pull off what he wanted to in the first 3 days. But this came and clobbered his military, okay? In the area of military devastation, destruction for Putz. And it was in the red flag country's blind spot that is now moving forth and dropping like a brick, like a giant turd on the entire nation with their rising sign and what gives them life, hacking. This is where they get their goods. But you know what? Their economy is screwed and they cannot get this off because everything changed. Everything changed. And so everyone's trying to operate by an old playbook, not really working. Thank you, Canada, for avoiding dodging that bullet and getting Carney in there. Because I was just reading something again that, Putz was supposed to get Belarus, Belarus, Ukraine, another one, Georgia, China, Taiwan, Israel, Gaza. And the United States was supposed to get Canada and Greenland. Are you kidding me? That was like the bigger picture things. I don't know if that's true, but it sure makes sense why they're all behaving the way that they are, right? Kamala and the Putz eating Trump for lunch and invading Poland prediction. Was anything put in place then? What do you mean, was anything put into place then? To plan for what's going on? Oh, I think they absolutely had a plan for P2025 because they got the manual. And I did a video in January or February. I went for a walk and I saw all of the brilliant planning that the prior administration had to prepare for every ugly thing. Everything, it's like they I don't know if there's like a different operating system, but a lot of stuff is very much protected and can't get hacked into. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, I kept seeing like a black box and then like it would surface. I'm like, what's all this stuff in? What's all this stuff in here? I think that was, I just got to guess, that was the plan on how to utilize the the EPS stuff. And that's why it's oozing out and they can't contain it, because they got into this house somehow. I don't know. It was like they opened Pandora's box. They, meaning Don Julio. And when that got triggered, it's like everything came out. And he cannot contain it. I swear to God, he had that. Oh, did you see this? Okay, so I think my last live, I said, you guys, I think he got like a pacemaker or had a heart problem, or maybe they had to revive him. And I think like the next day or two, there was a picture of him in the Oval, like reaching for something, and his coat was slightly open, and you could see that he had some type of machinery to like monitor his heart. Was it an LVAD or I can't remember what it was called, but a lot of nurses were contributing to that. So I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, he is on borrowed time. I swear to God, whatever happened to him, nobody, if he didn't have the medical care available to him like that, I think he would have been gone. I mean, he's, oh gosh, pray tell he's not a cat with 9 lives, because he dodged one with COVID and now this. But I think he knows he is on borrowed time. Yes, the world knows that Hamas are traitors too. No, I don't think anybody thinks they're the good guys. Tell you. Okay, Gail, I really like Carney. I do too. He is so smart. And, you know, he's got, what is it? A minefield ahead of him. Not like compact and dense with a lot of minefield, a lot of mines, but he has to be careful and thoughtful with every step he takes, that whatever he is doing, he knows it's for the long haul, and it's a very good plan. I think people are going to be really upset with him here and there, but he's going to make it. But it is going to be a hard road. Thank God Canada dodged a bullet there, because that Pierre, that PP guy, that he is just another doorway with this metastatic Don Julio turd cancer that infects everything. It's the same playbook. It's the same everything. And is it Alberta that just really likes all this stuff? Or maybe that's where all the troll farms are. I don't know. 2008 was the housing crash too, and we bailed out those banks. Yes, we did. And it's like they got bailed out, and since then it's like, what can we do to crash the economy? What can we do to get tax breaks? Because, and can you believe we've been through the Great Recession after 9/11, 2008, here we go again with COVID. They know how to get the goods, and it needs to stop. But, you know, our economy is related to the world economy. Sue, why did Dumpy make the announcement instead of a medical official? What did he say? He seemed so ready. CK was not an elected official. Many commented the one shot was so perfect, like a pro. It absolutely was. 200 yards away, that exact point, there is planning. And you know, I did that huge reading before, but the things that surround them. Why would I know. They're going to try to blame the Dems. Of course they're going to try to blame the Dems. But, you know, he has a lot of incriminating stuff on himself as well about how he feels about 2A. And then, of course, it's like, okay, you guys, you know, nobody has mentioned those Minnesota representatives that were killed. Of course, we talk about Paul Pelosi, but they have nothing. They've got nothing. Purple, I'm rocked, but it makes total sense, doesn't it? Deb, an LVAD is used for someone waiting for a heart transplant. You guys, his heart is so weak. Constance, I saw the box. He might have a piece of equipment that is not yet available to the public too. Okay, here, let's ask the ring. Is that thing we all saw, is that monitoring his heart? Does it monitor the health of his heart? Does it monitor the health of his heart? Yes. Is Donald on borrowed time? Would he have died otherwise? Is Donald on borrowed time? Is Donald on borrowed time? Is Donald on borrowed time? Donald's going to live another 4 years and be in office. Oh gosh, my wrist just felt like it turned to stone. Like what? He's going to live another and be in office. I'm trying so hard to keep my hand steady, but it just feels like my hand turned to rock. No, he's not. Say, boo, if Trump gets near me to scare him a little, right? I do too. Marie, he can't survive a heart transplant. Why is he like that unhealthy? He can't survive a heart transplant because he's just so venous circulation challenged. Okay. A Holter monitor. I know he has no heart. Okay, was there anything else? Okay, like I said, oh my gosh. Like, what is it in today's? Let's talk about Charlie's chart real quick, okay? Because there are some pretty glaring things related to that chart. Oh my gosh, okay. So when that happened, this is the first thing that I was like, what? I need a highlighter. Where's my yellow highlighter? So in that moment, it was 12:10 p.m. in Orem, Utah. Oh my gosh. On the ascendant, the sky coming over the eastern horizon. There goes my throat. What gives life to this chart? Scorpio, the sign of death, endings, changes. We are in eclipse weather. Full moons reveal they are a climax. They're endings too. We have the moon here at Aries 28, getting ready to go into Taurus. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at something different. This is what just killed me. Conjunct the ascendant is dark moon Lilith. Remember, dark moon Lilith is the point of the moon that is farthest from Earth. You know, like as we have our super moons when the moon is closest to Earth, and then sometimes they look teeny tiny, and that's when they're farthest from Earth. So if you think of Earth and the moon is what stabilizes our planet. The moon and Earth, to me, representing the mother and the child. So if the moon is far away, she cannot be there to help protect you and regulate things. You're on your own, okay? I have also equated this dark moon Lilith, being left for dead, being abused so badly you are left for dead and nobody cares. It's all this stuff that's going on in Gaza. Please don't. It's all that horrific stuff. So when that happened, dark moon Lilith is coming over the horizon. We have Mars which rules the chart in Libra, at 22 degrees Libra, and Charlie Kirk's sun is 21 degrees Libra. So Mars overnight went over his sun. His sun, that's your life force. That's, you know, the sun in our galaxy. It's the thing that brings warmth, life, and light to the planet. Mars just went over his sun. Oh my gosh. Now, supposedly, I just did a 12 o'clock chart time, but when he was born, the moon's in Libra. He likes to go back and forth on issues and talk with people and prove me wrong. This is that tit for tat, going back and forth, scales of justice, laws, rules, the debate. He really enjoys that. His moon, 10 degrees Libra. Asteroid Troemper today, in that moment, was 10 degrees Libra. That sends a chill down my spine that somehow, maybe, did he know, or was it because he was in the campaign? I already asked this question. Did asteroid represent Donald and what he knew about an event like this happening? Does that asteroid represent Don Julio and what he knew could possibly happen? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys, I know you can't see me, but I'm not usually looking at the ring when I do this. Holy crap. The other thing that happened with the sun, the south node, remember, conjunct the sun in a lunar eclipse, the south node releases. So this could be a leader releasing something or being released. You know what I mean? So there's all this energy about leaders releasing things. He died. The second Decan said, this lunar eclipse, a great and illustrious person will die. This is just crazy. What else do we have in here that I was just... See, my throat, it is so... What else did he have? He also had... Let's see. Asteroid bam. Okay. In his natal chart, he's got this asteroid at 16 degrees Leo. Bam. That could be like a bullet. This is in the middle of the sign of Leo, representing the heart and the back. At this lunar eclipse, Venus was at 15 degrees Leo. Conjunct that. Venus represents circulation, but it also represents the neck. So bam to the neck. An injury to the neck. The other thing about this 16 degree mark in, oh my gosh, in the Republicans, their solar arc chart, is it their solar arc? Where you move the sun and all the planets 1 degree per day. And so that chart's like over 100 years old. But when I checked on it last week, they have a setup, and I don't know if it's Venus or Mars. I think it's Venus. Was at 16 Leo, and Mars down here at 15 degrees Aquarius, that opposition. So it's like literally a sudden thing shooting out, going bam into a neck. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Look at his dark moon Lilith. Oh my gosh. His dark moon Lilith is exactly opposite the natal sun. So this would be him seeing in Aries So the moon is closest to the earth in his chart. He's got a lot of support. He's got a lot of love, nurturance. He's got family. It's just, he's got everything going, everything he could want. But opposite his moon is the enemy, is the thing to extinguish. Dark moon Lilith, oh my gosh. Like I said, kind of leaving people for dead, arguing with people, attacking people because it's opposite his moon and his security. And we have asteroid Fafo, F around find out, Eris, right there too. Gosh, that is an interesting setup. He has a lot of Scorpio. Oh my gosh. He has a lot of Scorpio in his chart. So the rising sign here we have is the sign of death, Scorpio, 18 degrees, dark moon Lilith. So his Mercury is 16 degrees. It just rose. 21 is a solar eclipse point. And 24, oh my gosh, Juno. Oh, wait. 24 is his natal Pluto. So the sun rises, Mercury coming over the horizon, action, activity, debate, getting eclipsed. Well, we have this dark moon Lilith, having this debate, someone getting killed because there's an eclipse point and Pluto. He had no choice. He had no chance whatsoever. We have 28 degrees at the top of the chart. Donald's rising sign, what gives him life, is 29 degrees, Leo the king, and this is probably why he wants to have flags at half staff. Plus, I think their ground game with the young vote is shot now, but maybe that was to divide the youth vote because they can't be having their debates on campuses and having kids occupy campuses screaming about Gaza. They need something else, and he has such a huge following. Huge following. I was shocked last spring. My son said that he was at his school, and I was like, what? Like, he's bad news. Stay away from it. I just went on this big, long rant, and he's like, oh my gosh, Mom. But here we are. Again, that guy's from Illinois. There goes my throat. Hi, Shelby. Randy, I too have been getting dizzy rising from a prone position, which is really annoying during Pilates class. Sending you healing white light. Thank you very much. I'm rewiring my brain, so it's just weird that how this problem shows up. And I never had problems getting out of bed before, but now I feel it in the mornings. It's so weird. Bam to the neck was me either. But we are in violent times. I had quoted someone. Did I take a screenshot of that? I think it was yesterday or the day before. Let me see if I have a picture of it. I said, okay. The two eclipses, I'm quoting this person. The two eclipses within a fortnight time, ranging from lunar eclipse that happened on the 7th of September already to the solar eclipse on the 21st September onwards, you guys, we still have to get to a solar new moon eclipse, indicates increasing ruthlessness and intolerance across the world. Stay safe, peeps, because you don't know how people are going to be acting or reacting. And I totally forgot about the thing in Nepal. Everyone was so pissed off, they burned down the government building and the government collapsed. And that was before Netanyahu. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, Just Joy, he was indoctrinating our youth. Yep, exactly. The playbook that they use. I can't remember how many college campuses he was related to, but he had 34,000 students or something that follow him. So I just worry about him being made into not a savior, a sacrifice. What's that person called? A martyr. And I think that's where Don Holio's going to go with that. Oh Yes. Have you hit the thumbs up button yet? Yes, please hit the thumbs up button. Carrie, he was an awful, yeah. Feel for the family. Okay, so, Marie, I forgot to draw a card for you last week, too. We're going to do two things. Where is it? Where is it? Kyle, where's that deck? Well, if I can't do that, I will do this. Oops. Okay. And the Spirit of Marie. We're going to draw one of these cards for us. The pretty deck. Keep these things in mind. I haven't looked at this in a long time. Okay. Oh, I like that card, the Star. Okay, we need a card. We need a card for us. For we foresters here. Going forward. I have not. Let me wake up. Wait, these cards feel so refreshed and new. That's interesting. Such a pretty deck. Okay. What do we need here? We foresters. I feel like we're supposed to do this one, but there's also this one. The sun. Look at that. You guys got to remember who you are. The warmth that is brought to you, the warmth and light of the sun that inspires you to rise up and lead, to be a leader, to be seen, that special thing that you exude that draws people to you, and that confidence, that steadiness, the breath. When you are meditating and you focus on your breath, what happens? You go back to when you were born and you took your first breath. So it's like your breathing gets you centered and stable to who you were meant to be from when you took your first breath. And, oh, that's it. Okay. Scary world out there. The Nine of Swords. Go here. Stay here. Okay. That's that one. Lark, just reaffirmed my no RSVP to a high school football game September 12th where bang bangs. Yeah, you guys have to be careful. We are in eclipse weather through our, it's like our new moon solar eclipse is going to give us some new footing, okay? But that's not for like a week and a half. And we have to go through this ring of fire this weekend. Okay. And whoops. Here we go. Wait, where is it? Antoinette's granddaughter. Divine Masters. For us. Where's the... Divine Masters, keepers of ancient wisdom, I call on you now. Thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. I'm willing to listen, and so it is. I need a little book that goes with this. Where did I put that? I'm sorry, you guys. Kind of all over the place. Okay. It's not in here. Is it over here? No. Is it over here? Well, where could it possibly have gone? It's not in here. Is it in here? Is it in a different... Nope. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I would really like to read this. I might have to just... Where the heck could that go? I just opened it, standing right here. Well, here we go. Oh, duh, it's right underneath. Oh my gosh. Ooh, look at this. Okay, for us. Commander Ashtar. Leadership activation, you guys. What was I just saying about leadership? Time to evolve. Trust in your ability to guide others. So Divine Master, Commander Ashtar, is here with, oh, I feel, do you feel it? I feel him. I feel him. Feels very upright, straight, excellent posture. I wish I had that posture. It's like, don't look at the nightmare. Where is this? Commander. What? What? This. Yeah. Where are you, Buddha? This goes from B to D, and this is in alphabetical order. Do we not have a page for Commander? Oh, he's right at the... Why are you at the front? That's weird. Oh, because of A. Silly me, I'm sorry. So, Commander Ashtar. I don't know if I'm saying that correct. Time to evolve. Trust in your ability to guide others. Commander Ashtar, sometimes known simply as Ashtar, is a multi-dimensional intergalactic being who is head of the Ashtar Command, a group of highly evolved extraterrestrials who are dedicated to maintaining truth, peace, and harmony in the cosmos. Jeez. He's been known to appear in human form so that he can work with peacekeepers and light workers on planet Earth to support the evolution of the human soul. He also appears in the meditations of those who have the potential to lead others to wholeness and healing. If he comes to you, he will often invite you to the Ashtar Command ship, where you will receive information and downloads to help you evolve. Your message: Ashtar and the Ashtar Command are here to bring you the message that you have the ability to help others heal and evolve. The challenges you are surmounting are opportunities to lead by example. Living honestly and sharing your truth have always been important to you. Now you are being given the opportunity to live your truth in view of the world. Do not be afraid to take the lead. To evolve into your leadership role, you have to assume your position in the world. Your ego may be loud at this time and may try and keep you small. Don't fight it. Just prove to yourself and others that you have what it takes to silence this voice of limitation. You were born to lead, so lead. I think I like that. Isn't that interesting how nicely that dovetailed off of the other message from the pretty deck? Okay, so you guys, I'm going to end it here. I really enjoyed this evening. I am so glad we got together because I feel so much more grounded and peaceful and able to just kind of let all that riff-raff happen out there, get into my space, and decide, how I want this world to be led and be that leader in this moment. Thanks for coming out, you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Let's see. I know. Hi, Coco. Well, where am I? I can't see you guys. What happened to my chat? My chat is frozen, so I can't specifically say goodbye. But good night. We'll see you guys later. Take care. Okay, bye.